Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to today's video, which is my 50 Shades of Yellow/Gold project pan created by the Fantastic Ladies. I will leave all the information you need in the description box below the video, so please do check it out before you leave. So I have a couple of products that are rolling out, a couple of empties, and then a few products that have been used this month. Not as much as in previous months, but it is what it is. So let's start off with some empties first. I did some masking. So I used the this was a Superdrug Fantasy sheet mask. It had a bit of a cat face on it, so it looked like that. I did not look like that. I just looked like a person with a mask on. So that was that one. And then this one was a Boots moisturizing foot sock in honey and almond, and I did face and feet all at the same time. I was having a very relaxing time. So 2 down, 2 more to go. Another face mask and another foot mask. Maybe I might be able to do the same next month. I have no idea. Who knows? We will have to wait and see. But those two are finished. Put them in the bin. The next item, there's a little bit left, like a little bit right at the bottom here. But like 1 or 2 more uses and that's done. I can hold it like this now. The Body Shop Mango Hand Cleansing Gel. So it looks like this. And as I say, it's just right up here at the top. My cap is bust. So it comes up like that. I have even less now. So we're just going to wash our hands. Ugh. It's really watery. So I just needed to clean my hands, apparently. Luckily it didn't land on my book. So yeah, 1 or 2 more uses, I think, and that's going to be done. So I'm not keeping it in for another month. I think I held on to this for far too long. The actual sort of cleansing, sanitizing thing, probably completely out of date with this now. But what it did do was it wet my hands and kind of cleaned them that way, sort of. So yeah, I used it up. So that's that item done. I'm just gonna, oh no, I don't want to throw that. Never mind. It had 1 or 2 uses left in it. It's not a bad deal. I'm not digging it out of the bin. The next 2 items I met my goal on. So the first one of those was a lipstick. This is the Def Leppard lipstick from the Revolution. Is it I Heart Revolution or Revolution or one of their 2? My goal for this was to use it 10 times. As of last month, I'd used it 7 times and it weighed 16.01. I've used it a further 3 times and it still weighs 16.01. Not much movement on that bullet at all. You can see it was flush with the top. Now it's just a little bit underneath. Beautiful shade. And that's about as bright pink as I'll go. But yeah, so it was okay. I liked it. It was all right. Not a bad lipstick. I'll keep it in my collection. Happy to continue using that. And then the next item, I've hit another pan in my Revolution Beyond Flawless palette. So the goal in this one is to hit 5 pans. So up until last month I had hit 2 pans. So this is now my 3rd pan. It is in that shade there, can you see? So I use this to set my eyeshadow base. So now we have that pan, we hit that pan, and we hit that pan in this project. Now the goal is to hit 5 pans in this palette during this project. The 3 pans that I had at the beginning of the project didn't count. However, I'm now looking at the rest of the shades in this palette and going, you're too flaky. In fact, this whole row is the condition of these shadows not that great anymore. This is an old palette, and I'm basically looking at the palette going, I am not interested in any other shades. And to be honest, this was from 2018, I want to say. So it's a good 5 years old, and I am happy to say goodbye. Putting it into this project pan has helped me to realize I am ready to say goodbye to this palette sooner rather than later. It's old, it's powdery, the colors do not stay on my eyes. Even when I do use like a tacky base, the colors just don't stay on my eyes. They just blend away. And I've also noticed that my eyes water a bit more when I use this palette. So I am going to say goodbye to this palette. Now, I was looking to see if there was anything else that I could put in its place to maybe try and hit to the other two pans that I was hoping to hit in this palette. But I don't really have any other palettes that I want to try and hit pan in at the moment, or that have like a link to the yellow or the gold. And I don't want to be trying to pan too many yellow eyeshadows, because I have other yellow eyeshadows that I'm trying to pan, or gold eyeshadows as well. So I'm just going to say that's done, and just call it quits with that. That's that part of it. So yeah, that palette is being decluttered from my collection. That is 32 eyeshadows out of my makeup inventory, so I'm very, very happy with that. And in fact, it's actually made me look at some of the older palettes in my collection and say to myself, am I ever really going to pull this palette and play with it in the future? And there may be a few palettes leaving my collection because of this, but I'm not going to film a declutter video, simply because I would only be decluttering a couple of eyeshadow pans. It wouldn't be like a major declutter like you see some channels do, so it wouldn't be worth my time filming the declutter. So and they're all old eyeshadow palettes anyway, that people have probably forgotten about anyhow. Mostly Revolution anyway. So I'm saying goodbye to that palette. So let's go back, no, let's continue on with makeup. So I have my sleek mini palette in Gleaming in Gold. My goal is to hit 7 pans. I mean, I could increase this to 9 pans, but I'm already struggling with the pans as it is. Was it last month I'd hit this pan? Very, very happy about that. This month I've been trying to work on this shade here. You can see there's quite a dip, but this one is extremely powdery. It's also extremely glittery. And so what I'm finding is, if I'm trying to use this one like I use this one, but what it's actually doing is it's very glittery, and it's making my eyes itch. So I have to be very, very careful with this one, in the way that I didn't have to be with this one, because this one was much more subtle. This one is much more glittery, much more in your face, like shiny. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to try and work on it, but I might have to start using some of these eyeshadows as like an all over eyelid color instead of just as an inner corner and brow highlight, because we're never going to get 7 pans in this palette before the end of the project otherwise. So last month it weighed 40.41 grams, and now it weighs 40.38 grams. The I Heart Revolution Friday Feels palette. I've been loving this palette for these bright yellows and pinks, and even with these blues. I'm not wearing it today, but I have worn this twice this month. My goal is to hit pan in one of the shades, probably going to be the yellow if I'm honest, because I've had more of a usage on that than any of the other shades. You can see I'm wearing away his face. But it has remained the same weight, unfortunately, so even with those 2 uses. So, I mean, in total, we've only used it 6 times since the start of this project, so I'm going to have to really up my game if I want to start hitting pan on these shadows. They do look pretty deep when you look at the side there. So I have a ways to go with this, but I am really feeling these yellows and pinks this summer, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I can hit pan in it pretty soon. The next item I do have on my waterline today, it is my Beauty Bay eyeliner in Ice Lemonade. It's like a yellowy shade. I have to be very careful because it has broke, so I can pull it out. So that is pretty much all I have left. And to be honest, a bit of it broke off today, which is why it's a bit of a blunt end at the moment. So a bit of it broke off today when I was using it. Luckily it didn't go in my eye. I've used it 5 times this month for a total of 17 uses. I need to use it at least 20 times. So just another 3 more uses and it will be out. So that'll be out next month. And it's gone from 6.04 to 6.01. Even with that little nubbin that I broke off, it still only lost 0.03 of a gram. We're going to be here all year, folks. Well, we're not, because 3 more uses and I can roll it out of the project. But I may continue to try and use it up over the summer, just simply because it is broken. And it's a yellow eyeliner, so the best time to use it is during the summer. So that's that one. The next item is my concealer from Collection, the Lasting Perfection Concealer. I do have it on today. I do like this concealer, I'm not gonna lie. I do really like it, and this is a great colour match for me. I'm in 5 Fair. I've got a bit of windowing there, but I don't know how accurate that is for how much of this I've used. I've used it 5 times this month, and the weight has gone from 23.68 to 23.48. I will say that with the hot weather, I'm not wearing makeup as often, generally only for filming, and I'm not filming very often nowadays because I just don't have the energy, the heat. Ugh. I don't deal with the heat, guys. I don't work well with heat. So yeah, this is in to finish, so hopefully by the end of the project we will be closer to finishing that. And then I think that is it for all of the makeup items. So on to the body items. We have my Cuccio hand butter scrub in the Milk and Honey. We're getting down there. We're now down to here, I believe. So maybe, I don't know, if I get into the habit of maybe using this, now that I've used up the hand gel, I might start using this as like to clean my hands with before I do manicures and stuff. Might actually get this finished this month. But it's gone from 67.12 to 66.11. So some good use there. Next, this is another item that I've had a lot of use on. Look at that, we are almost done. I can see myself finishing this in maybe 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, something like that. But this is my vanilla marshmallow hand cream from the Body Shop. Last month it weighed 21.60 and this month it weighs 10.92 grams. So 10 grams. I've used 10 grams of this month, and that's because I got into the habit of using this every time I applied my cuticle oil every day. So I got into the habit using the hand gel to cleanse my hand, then using the cuticle oil, then going in with this to do the rest of my, like, to moisturize my hands. And my hands have greatly improved, like the skin on my hands and my nails has greatly improved because of that routine that I've got into. So I can definitely see myself finishing this and moving on to one of my other million hand creams I've got in my drawer. I'm not exaggerating, I have quite a few. So yeah, maybe not a million, I am exaggerating there, but yeah, I can see that being finished this month. The next item I used was my number 7 completely quenched body milk. So I can see it has settled to there, so we don't have too much left. Maybe this might be an empty next month as well. So it's gone from 37.94 to 34.37. Again, if I just get into the habit of applying this, I don't know, before bed or something, I could finish this before the end of next month or the next update. So I'm going to work on that because I do have some other like body butters and things like that that I do want to work on in this project. And but I wanted to use the body milk over the summer months because it's a nice light kind of product, whereas the body butters are a bit heavier and they suit me better during like the autumn winter months. So I'm hoping that this is going to last me sort of like August, September time. I'm not too concerned if it sort of lasts me that long, but come like October, I want this to be finished so that I can move on to the body butters in this project. So that's that. Then we have a product that is in my bathroom. I forgot to bring it through, but I used my banana shower cream from Body Shop a couple of times, so it's had a bit of movement, but I forgot to bring it. I'm a bad YouTuber, bad YouTuber. Okay, the next product you're going to have a look at and you're going to go, wow, Nicola, you've used a lot of that. It's my Beauty Bay Brightening Tonic with vitamin C and niacinamide. It was full, and now, if I can stop it from shaking, we're down to there. And you're going to say, Nicola, how did you use all of that? Because it's in here. It's in here. So I prefer, rather than a tippy sort of bottle, I prefer a spray bottle for my toners. So I decanted it into here. So we're at the top of the label, basically, if I could stop it jiggling. So we're about the top of the label now. It was full when I decanted it, so I have used that much. And as I say, I use it every night. I do my skincare. So what we'll do from now on is I'm weighing this, but I'm using this. So next month, this may not have changed weight, but this might be less in the bottle. So I'm not going to weigh this because it will completely throw off my weights. And I'm not going to mark this either because I reuse and reuse and reuse this bottle, so I don't want to mark it. But we will see like this disappearing. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully, fingers crossed, that is okay. But this originally weighed 189.08 and now weighs 91.07. So I'm guessing that once I've finished this, then this will empty into here, and then this will pretty much be empty. But then I will weigh this. We'll see how we go with this. I don't know how I'm going to work that one through, but you know, it is what it is. So that's how I apply it with a spray. Spray it onto a cotton pad and then use it. Anyway, so the last item is my impulse spray in the fragrance True Love. It's It's very, very low now. So last month this weighed 61.68. It now weighs 47.29. I'm guessing this might be an empty by next month if I keep remembering to use it. That is the problem. I keep forgetting it. But yeah, this should be an empty next month. So we have quite a few products that I'm currently using that I think I could have finished by next month. So then I can start to roll in the next sort of influx of products from this collection, because there's quite a few products that are left in this project that I haven't even started using yet, because I'm kind of like rolling them in as I'm finishing products or hitting goals with products, so that I'm not sat there with 5 lipsticks trying to get a use out of every month. I'll focus on one lipstick till I hit that goal, then I'll move on to the next lipstick, and do you know what I mean? So, you know, that's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm coping with 50 products in a project. So that is my update. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I just said that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.